Imagine this: someone leans in close, their voice soft but their eyes sharp, and they ask you for something that seems small, harmless, a favor, a piece of your time, a sliver of your trust. But beneath that request, there's a hook. And if you say yes, it won't be long before they're pulling. Carl Jung once said, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely." But what's even more terrifying? Realizing that some people don't want you to. They need you fractured, uncertain, always looking to them for validation. And they'll ask for things, subtly, skillfully, that keep you trapped. Today, we're exposing the 5 requests that should make you walk away. Because not every demand is loud. Some are whispers that erode your soul. You've felt it before, that uneasy shift in your gut when someone asks you to ignore your boundaries. Maybe they framed it as love. Maybe they called it loyalty. But deep down, you knew. Jung warned us, where love rules, there is no will to power. Yet some people, they don't want love, they want control. The first thing they'll ask for? Your silence. Not the peaceful kind, the suffocating kind, the don't speak up when I hurt you kind. They'll call it keeping the peace, but real peace doesn't demand your complicity. Seneca said it best: if you wish to be loved, love. But toxic people, they don't love, they collect. And a collector needs their objects to stay quiet. You used to say yes. Of course you did. Because you thought love meant sacrifice, endless, exhausting sacrifice. But here's the truth they don't want you to see. A healthy relationship doesn't ask you to shrink, it asks you to grow. The second request, you doubt? They'll say, "Are you sure you can trust yourself?" And oh, how clever that is, because once you question your own mind, you'll rely on theirs. Jung called this the shadow, the part of us we disown. But some people don't just have shadows, they live in them, and they'll try to drag you in too. Society tells you to be selfless, to give until it hurts. But let me tell you something radical. Self-respect is not selfish, it's sacred. And the third thing toxic people ask for? Your self-abandonment. Just this once, put me first. You're overreacting. Why are you so sensitive? Like, these aren't requests, they're traps. Because a person who truly cares for you will never ask you to betray yourself. They'll stand beside you, not on top of you. Alone is not the same as lonely. Need is not the same as love. And maturity? It's not about enduring pain. It's about knowing when to walk away. The fourth request is the most insidious: your time. Not the hours you give freely, but the moments they steal, the late-night crises that always seem to happen when you're finally happy. The "I just need you right now" that comes right as you're about to take a step toward your dreams. Coincidence? Jung would say there are no coincidences, only patterns we refuse to see. And the fifth thing, they'll ask for your light. Don't change. Stay where I can reach you. Who do you think you are? They'll say it with a smile, with tears, with a hand on your arm. But the message is clear: your growth is a threat. But here's what they don't understand. You are not a candle to be snuffed out. You are a fire. And fire doesn't negotiate. It doesn't apologize, it burns. If this is hitting home, if you're nodding along right now, then stop for a second, take a breath, and hit that like button, not for me, for you, because every time you acknowledge the truth, you take back a piece of your power. And this channel, it's here to remind you of that power every single week. So the next time someone asks for one of these 5 things, your silence, your doubt, your self-abandonment, your time, or your light, Remember, the healthiest word in the universe is no. Jung wrote, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." And today, you're choosing to see clearly, to walk away, to burn brighter. If this resonated with you, if you felt something shift inside, subscribe, because the world needs more people who refuse to dim their light. And you're just getting started. You see, the tragedy isn't just that these people ask for too much, it's that we've been trained to give it. From childhood, we're taught that love means sacrifice, that loyalty means silence, that strength means enduring the unbearable. But Jung challenged this. He said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And that privilege, it's non-negotiable. Think about the last time someone asked you to sacrifice your joy for their comfort. Maybe it was a partner who resented your ambition, a friend who mocked your growth, a family member who demanded your compliance. They didn't say, "Stop becoming." They said it in code, "You've changed," as if change were a betrayal and not the very point of being alive. There's a reason these requests feel so heavy. It's because they're not just asking for your time or energy, they're asking for your future. Every "can you just" is a tiny theft of your potential. And the more you give, the emptier you feel because you're not pouring into yourself anymore. You're pouring into a bottomless pit. Jung called this dynamic the vampire archetype. Not because these people are monsters, but because they feed on your vitality to sustain themselves. And the worst part? They don't even know they're doing it. They've convinced themselves that their need is love, that their hunger is devotion. But real love doesn't drain. It multiplies. So how do you know when a request is a red flag? Here's the test. Does it leave you whole? Or does it leave you less? When a healthy person asks for your help, you give, and you feel connected. When a toxic person asks, you give, and you feel depleted. One builds a bridge. The other builds a cage, and here's the secret they don't want you to know. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing yourself. No is a complete sentence. "This doesn't work for me" is a valid boundary. You don't have to justify your growth. You don't have to apologize for your light. Now let's be clear, this isn't about becoming cold or closed off. It's about direction. It's about giving freely, but only to those who respect the gift. So what can you give? Give your clarity to those who honor it. Give your strength to those who amplify it. Give your love to those who know it's not a currency, it's a treasure. Jung said, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. So look, what do you need? Who supports that need? That's where your energy belongs. If this message speaks to you, if you're tired of giving pieces of yourself to people who don't cherish them, then let's do something radical. Let's make this the moment you choose differently. Hit subscribe. Not because you need my voice, but because you deserve reminders of your own power. Every video here is a mirror showing you the strength you already have. And the next time someone asks for one of those 5 things, you'll smile, you'll remember, and you'll say, "No, but thank you for showing me exactly where I stand." Because the world needs people who refuse to shrink. And you're not just rising, you're revolutionizing what it means to love, to live, to be free.